Hello everybody, John12 back here again with another video, and I'm back with another Suicide Squad video. Now, of course, I'm here to talk all things Ace Chemicals. Now, of course, I know I'm a little bit late to this specific topic, but because I've had a good couple of days, that were pretty busy in my personal opinion, I haven't had a chance to sit down and really discuss these set photos we've been getting from the set of Suicide Squad. Now, of course, this isn't fan-made, this isn't like fan-posted set photos of like we got from the past. These are, of course, set photos from the actual crew of Suicide Squad. Now, of course, majority of the posts have been deleted, so my guess is these are specific set photos that specifically people don't want to get out there that much. So of course I will not be posting the set photos right here in this video, but of course you get the general gist. It's a factory, and in the factory there's a logo that says Ace Chemicals. There's not really much extravagance to go from there. But that being said, people have been speculating like, well, seeing as how if Ace Chemicals is going to be a part of the Suicide Squad movie, does that mean we will get a legitimate flashback to the Joker becoming the Joker? Now, of course, if you have no idea what I'm talking about they actually did this for Batman 89, so you don't have to be a hardcore reader to really understand what the purpose of Ace Chemicals is, but generally, Ace Chemicals is a factory that creates these real biomechanical, chemicals and what have you. The Joker, back in the day when he was called the Red Hood, fell into a toxic dump full of waste and what have you. He fucking came out of it and he became the Joker. That's essentially that's the birth. Ace Chemicals is the birth of the Joker, where he became the clown prince of crime. That's essentially what Ace Chemicals is. Other than that, it doesn't really have any real purpose. It's just a place where Joker became the Joker. The Red Hood became the Joker, and that's the origins. It's been a product placement for many forms of media, and of course the Batman series, whether it be the movies, the comic books, the cartoons, and of course the video game series, Arkham video game series. It's pretty much Ace Chemicals is almost in every single one of those games. But that being said, a lot of people have been speculating like, okay, well, if Ace Chemicals will be featured in this movie, does that mean we're going to be getting a flashback to the Joker becoming the Joker? Personally, I wouldn't pass it by. I really don't really see them going as far as showing a lot of things, but then again, we've been getting a lot of real heavily influenced Red Hood-esque kind of stories and theories, and not to mention, next year we will be getting the Killing Joke, the animated version, of course, the Killing Joke animated movie next year. Of course, Bruce Timm during Comic-Con weekend obviously stated that is a movie that DC is currently making right now, and it'll be out probably next year from now. But that being said, does that, I don't know why, but for some reason that kind of makes me think like, does that have any kind of real purpose other than just the fact that, oh, it's the Killing Joke and people want to see it because it's an iconic story? Yes, and then I like to think, a little bit of me likes to think like, maybe there's a little bit more groundwork that DC and Warner Brothers are trying to do specifically to hype up the Joker. And I've kind of discussed this in the past, talking about Robin and Red Hood, and possible futures with Batman, Joker, and Red Hood, and Robin in future Batman stories in this DC extended universe. So maybe this is more groundwork of this world building that Zack Snyder and David Ayer and all the multiple other directors and filmmakers that are coming on to work on this DC universe have been building towards, which is a Red Hood story arc. We already know that Robin is dead. We get to see his suit in the trailer. We get to see it in the movie, possibly a flashback where we actually get to see Robin die. And then in Suicide Squad, we get to see Joker's origin. Batman's obviously in there. We don't know at what capacity, but maybe it has something to do with Robin or something to do with the Red Hood or something obviously Joker related. And now we get this news of Ace Chemicals. It's obviously a reference to Joker's origin, possibly becoming the Joker, where he obviously fell into a vat of chemicals, of toxic waste, and of course came out with his trademark white skin, green hair, and red lips, and his iconic grisly smile. And maybe that will transition into future storylines, maybe in the Batman Solo movie, where we get to see the Red Hood story arc finally unfold within our eyes in this fucking amazing screen that I cannot wait, which I wish it was already 2018. But then again, we have to wait till next year to see Batman v Superman. But that being said, I really believe that this is just a win-win scenario with Warner Brothers. Now, it doesn't mean anything. I said the same thing with the Robin suit Easter egg. It doesn't confirm or mean anything. It really, at the end of the day, it's fan speculation. We have to wait to see the movies to see if this actually is fully realized. But I don't feel like Warner Brothers is taking that out of the scenario. They obviously want to world build. They obviously want to create a universe. And what is their greatest stories unfold towards? The Batman storyline. So of course they're, hinting at so many little Easter eggs into this overarching arc of Batman versus the Red Hood. We get to see glimpses of that in Batman v Superman. We get to see glimpses of that in Suicide Squad. Maybe in between from there to the Batman Solo movie, we get to see it fully unfold where it's under the Red Hood storyline, hopefully. And, that's just kind of like my hopes. So, but at the end of the day, it's a win-win scenario, because if they don't do it, it's still a good Easter egg for fans. Fans are going to go into that movie and say, oh, Ace Chemicals, that's where the Joker, fell into the chemicals and became, the Joker in The Killing Joke. Oh, that's Joker's origin story. I don't know if they're fully going to do that, but I wouldn't pass it by, and I would not go into this movie thinking, well, is it possible? I don't really think so, but it could be very possible that, we might see several flashbacks. I mean, we already know that possibly we'll be getting lots of flashbacks, whether it be Joker transitioning into the Joker, maybe Joker converting Harley Quinzel to become the Harley Quinn, and then maybe some other flashbacks for other characters like Enchantress becoming Enchantress, or maybe that's just the whole movie, or maybe Deadshot, dealing with his family and, coming up with a reason, why he has to be so sympathetic, which is how, the Comic-Con first look trailer kind of seemed. So there's a whole bunch of theories, question marks all over the place. All I can really say is Ace Chemicals is in this movie. I can't wait to see why. I personally love the theory that they're trying to do this world building, scenario with this Red Hood story arc, and I'm not going to pass it by and say they're not going to do it. I feel like at the end of the day, at this point in time, it doesn't mean anything, but I would not think twice going into these movies thinking there has to be some form of Red Hood story arc that's going to start with Batman v Superman and end with the Batman Solo movie. Or maybe the Batman sequel Solo movie. I don't know. I mean, maybe the actual Solo movie is going to be, once again, Batman versus the Joker. We don't know. Although I really hope it's under the Red Hood story arc where we get to see this great overarching story unfold with Batman versus Joker versus the Red Hood, and they have to deal with their problems, and they, this is a family of people that have been brutally destroyed. The Joker obviously has lost everything. Batman has nothing. Robin is, hurt that, he has been, he has not been avenged from being killed, and there's just so many great things that that Warner Brothers and DC can do that can just be unfolded by these simple Easter eggs, which is what I love about Easter eggs, because they don't have to mean anything, but they can be used at any time that Warner Brothers and DC or Zack Snyder or any of these filmmakers are willing to use them. That's why I love them. But that being said, let me know what you personally think in the comment section below. Do you think this Ace Chemicals Easter egg on the set of Suicide Squad means anything? Do you think at some point in this movie we will see a flashback to The Killing Joke where Red Hood becomes the Joker? And do you think at some point that will be used as development for the Batman Solo movie where we actually get to see Under the Red Hood unfold, which is obviously an amazing storyline. If you've not known anything about that, and if I spoiled anything, I'm sorry, but you need to start reading comics, because this is the comic book renaissance where we're going to get shit tons of movies in a year, and then after that year, we're going to get a shit ton more, so you need to start reading at a fast pace than you are now. That's all I'm going to say. Comment below, let me know what you personally think. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Been John 12.